Sunup on 7. My name is Renata Samuels-Card.
And my name is Brandon Usher, and that man, nice song, right? It was a nice song.
And then when the beat hit in, and it's like, ooh, okay.
But yes, guys, welcome to your Thursday episode. It is October 16th. And, well, it's a Thursday, and the violence, I will say, is a little bit turned up this morning.
But reminding people that today is the day that we'd really want to encourage for you to wear your pink Tober t-shirts, wear pink, whatever it is under the sun. Please make sure you stay tuned for that part there and tell somebody, to, even if it's a small item, today. But, Brandon, we have a jam-packed show. Tell me something, one thing what we got.
So much today, right? But no, we have a Sea of Life coming in talking about the Belize City Pride Day. So it's a cleanup that is going to happen. Let's take pride in our city. Let's take pride in our country and actually extend it out even further. But yes, guys, you want to be a part of this and learn more how you can be a part of it.
We also are going to be talking about the International Credit Union Day, turn out all about the movement, what's happening too as well. How are you in with one of the credit unions? What's going on with all of that too as well? Stay tuned for exciting conversation. So much more, because we got 4 whammies to this, so you don't mean it's what.
And Coach Talk, jam pack, so whap.
It's going to be a time, guy. Our time is going to be hard. But you know how this works.
How you work?
Put your comments in the comment section. Make live interactive, fun, respectful, of course. Let's go to the couch.
That's what we're looking for today. Just in time, and he's here to talk to us about writing appears on the show that we're on right now. Tell me, we're the first ones to see.
And we're going to be talking about the hot shush that has been happening.
The world that we see may seem that will never change. They say, but if you tear down the wall that's blinding us all, you'll see the way today. A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You'll discover how the world turns.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome to your Thursday episode of Sunup on 7. You know, before we bring you the show, we have to bring you the weather, courtesy of the Belize Met Service.
Good morning, Belize. The latest radar, satellite and surface observation showed that temperatures was on the cooler side early this morning. Skies were becoming cloudy in some areas, with little to no rainfall observed on the mainland. Generally fair weather conditions prevails over the area. The 24-hour forecast, sunny skies with cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated, with slightly more expected mostly over inland areas and the Maya Mountains this afternoon. The maximum temperatures for today will reach 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 92 inland, and 80 up in the hills. And the low temperatures for tonight will be around 76 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 72 inland, and 68 up in the hills. The winds out at sea will be from the west-northwest at less than 10 knots, and the sea conditions will be slight. A high tide will occur this morning at 8 minutes after 6, followed by a low tide this afternoon at 1:13, another high tide tonight at 7:19, and another low tide early tomorrow morning at 12:54. The sun rose this morning at 5:46 and will set this evening at 5:30. The moon will set this afternoon at 2:41 and will rise early tomorrow morning at 2:35. In the sargassum forecast, total sargassum over the area continues to decrease. However, there is still a small chance that a few mats could drift ashore during the next few days. The outlook for Friday and Friday night is for generally fair weather with only isolated showers or thunderstorms expected. In the tropical weather outlook, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 48 hours over the North Atlantic Basin. For a review of our forecast and other products, please visit our website at nms.gov.bz. With that, we end this morning's forecast from the Belize National Met Service.
And the view of the traffic. And no, Claudia, I cannot share the joke. It is literally an inside joke here.
Inside the studio.
Inside the studio.
Inside decorations.
I think you got everybody hid. Thank God.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
we are
guys.
here. Okay.
It's your Thursday episode. And Ren, how are you doing this morning? You ready to get into all of this?
Yes, we got to dive into. We don't have time for check-in from each other right now because we have topics to go through, segments to go through, guys. So we're ripping it off real quick too as well, nice and easy. Keep up with us.
Right.
Put your comments in there. We're gonna try our best to address it too as well. So let's get it on.
So our first topic for Couch Talk this morning. Well, tomorrow. Yes, Friday.
Tomorrow, Friday.
The government or the cabinet will be putting in something to try to enact that we acquire or we purchase 33% shares from Fortis Limited, which is one of the providers of electricity within our country, to purchase those shares from in BEL. Right? Apart from that purchase, they're also looking to purchase the 3 dams we have in Belize, the Malehon, the Chaleo, and the Vaca dams, for about 300, around the area of 300 million.
Around 300 million. $300 million.
So the thing is, what does this mean for our country? It means that we've kind of nationalized, or basically nationalized,
because then
BEL.
if government would succeed and it is approved in cabinet and everything happens properly too as well, then it would mean that government would have the majority of the shares too as well. And that would do a shift in how things are going on. We do want to make mention, like we said yesterday, that BEL has not been operating from profit.
Correct.
Last year, they were in a deficit of about $9 million. This year, it's not any better too as well. They have made some bad investments, and they're not being able to bounce back. I know that they're pushing for great things like, you know, the diversified way of payments too as well when it comes to people with their AMI meters and all these things. But beyond that, they're not in a good place.
Yeah.
And so we have to see exactly how this will blow over. $300 million is not a little bit of money. This is not pocket change. This is not we pick up on the street. This is a lot of money, and this is the government that's going to be paying if they pay, and that means it's the taxpayers that's going to be paying in that reference. So
as you rightfully said, Ren, BEL is operating at a deficit at this point, right? So are the shares worth that amount over, they estimate it to be around 100-something million when the past administration was in. But now, because they're operating at a deficit and the company is losing, that share value has dropped.
Right now.
Definitely, right? So what the government is trying to say is that they're trying to hopefully purchase it for about 40-something million Belize dollars.
There's so much questions that arise from this because, of course, if it's purchased, the big question for people that, you know, study economics and go along with that is like, after purchasing these shares, how would you be able to put the company in a better, profitable position?
Correct.
Do we have the expertise for that? Do we know how to move it forward too as well? What I will say, and just as I'm going to drop this here and then we move on to our next coach topic, is that if the government would hold majority of the shares, remember when BEL had asked and requested for an increase in the rates? That is done by the PUC. The PUC is government. So I'm just looking at these little aspects too as well, where it's gonna be an easier thing for certain things to get done. But there's so much stuff under the sun that you look into when it comes to having government control such a big company, having that expertise to control such a big company too as well. Who would they bring in? Because we know a lot of times there's nepotism, there's so much things to be involved,
Oy, oy, oy.
to have the expertise. And I'm not even gonna get into the topic about them being able to control dams because we already know we have a maintenance problem here. Imagine having the government be in charge of these dams, these
That's it.
hydroelectric dams.
That is it. Do we have the
minute-
expertise for that?
Do
though?
we have the expertise for that? Can we be able to maintain it with what it's supposed to be costing for us? Imagine something goes down. We have to go back to Mexico. And we've had BL talk about how there is an issue sometimes with the peak times
Right.
for Mexico being able to provide because they're struggling to provide for their
Themselves,
persons.
right,
So there's so much questions, but again, nothing has happened and set in stone. We're gonna see what happens tomorrow at the House of Representatives. We're gonna keep you informed, guys, but the questions will keep coming, and we're gonna keep probing to see exactly how this looks and what this could be
Right.
for us.
And we know that the Prime Minister has consulted with the leader of the opposition as well
Yes.
in regards to this because they want both parties to say, you know, a bipartisan approach to this, saying this is the betterment of for the betterment of our country. And one of the pluses of it, Ren, before we move on to the next
Yeah.
topic, is that it keeps the foreign exchange here in Belize because we know that Fortis is outside this jurisdiction company itself.
Yes.
So we keep that foreign exchange here within our country instead of putting it out there, right? But moving on into our next topic, and we go to the court for this one. Daniel Hughes, a fisherman, was caught with 14 pieces of hawksbill turtle meat. So we know that the hawksbill turtle is a very endangered species.
An endangered species here in Belize.
And it is completely, and I say this, completely illegal to hold, to even have a pet or to even hold
So
the
not do
meat
it.
of a hawksworth
Not do it.
turtle, right? So he was caught with 14 pieces, and instead of he pleaded guilty to this, but instead of actually getting the maximum fine of $50,000 or 2 years imprisonment, because he pleaded guilty, and it is his first offense ever, these 14 pieces were taxed at $1,000 per piece. So he has to pay $14,000 plus an additional $5,000 for the fine, and then $5 court cost. So basically, he has to pay $19,005 for 14 pieces of hawksbill turtle meat. If this is coming from one turtle set up into 14 pieces, that is one expensive turtle, but yes,
purchase.
completely illegal to do that, people. So, do not try it.
Don't
This
try
is
it.
just precedent.
And I
being
think this
set
is a
there.
big learning experience for a lot of persons out there too as well that tend to just want to fish or want to do whatever they want to do. You have to understand, you have to respect the seas. Know also what you can and cannot do when you're in the waters too as well. And understand that there are big consequences that come from it, because I do fully understand that the extent that it could have been taken would be up to $50,000 and you could have
Yes,
get 2 years,
2 years
imprisonment.
imprisonment.
But because of it being his first time in the situation too as well, they brought it down to that $19,005. So definitely,
So he has some time to pay that.
Yeah.
And in default of that, well, there's 1 year imprisonment he could face for that. But yes, moving on into our third topic this time, and well, back to utilities. BWLS defends their request for a 20% tariff increase. So now, before we get into the substantial part of that, tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the Biltmore, you can actually go and access that meeting to see their business plan going forward and why the need for the 20% increase. So basically, in a nutshell, why they need the 20% increase is because of development and developing areas that they need to send their infrastructure into, more water storage. Expansion, right.
basically.
So they want a 20% increase to allow that. When asked the question yesterday by Jules if they could actually, if they don't get a 20% increase, if they're not granted that 20% increase,
What would that look like? How will that
Right.
affect them too as well? They made very good claims in saying how that they're in a very good, profitable position. They're actually one of the leading water utilities in the Caribbean region that, you know, can be able to keep themselves afloat. However, the reason that, like Brandon mentioned is that they need this to be able to do expansion. When you're going into these different areas, the cost of you know, producing the water to make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be, the chemicals that help to do and everything for the water to make it clean is expensive, and the cost has been increasing. They have not had an increase of prices since 2015. They were granted one in 2019, but because of COVID, they weren't able to like carry that out. So they're looking at all these options too as well. They made mention that there are other projects that they are looking into being able to cover some costs. However, they would need for this tariff to increase so that because everything else outside externally has increased for them to be able to provide quality services throughout the country and expansion moreover for the country too as well. So I think that's a really big thing to understand about the fact that they can stay afloat, but it would be for persons that
have to cut back on certain things.
Cut back on certain things. Expansions would be something that would be cut back on. I do know that they mentioned that there are 2 projects when it comes to the waterways systems and so forth that are happening in Belize City and San Pedro. If these things weren't able to be properly done, we'd look at seeing how that would be cut back to as well, what that would mean for these areas and also other areas too as well. So it's just a thing of looking and understanding what position they're in. I understand too as well for the fact that you haven't had a raise since 2015, that's literally 10 years.
Yeah.
Things everywhere around the sun has gone up.
And
it's completely impossible.
I have to agree with what Michelle is saying. It says, she says, we have to realize that our country is growing, and that costs, definitely.
And we use water way more too as well. People
and it is a right. We have right of water, right?
With more access, that means more persons are using it.
Something very important that he said as well is that this isn't like in perpetuity. They've seen cutbacks in tariffs before. They've raised the amount for a certain time and then they've cut it back as well. We can see he says that it's not in perpetuity. It doesn't go forever. That we'll be stuck with this 20% increase in tariffs. There is a chance that it can actually roll back, dependent on what happens, right? And I could see it rolling back because yes, you need the tariffs in order to do the expansion for these growing areas that we know. But after you start making that profit back again from that era, you could be able to roll back.
So it's not something that you're like, okay, forever it's going to be this price and we're going to have to be able to face it. Like when things are running and moving smoothly afterwards, and it's going to benefit the persons out there who feels it and knows it and needs access to water, that needs... Guys,
we have to help our country grow.
Exactly. To put in these water systems, to put in everything. You've seen BWS have to work to dig up things, to put in the different equipment and so forth. It's not easy. So definitely, and of course, maintenance and all these things take time and effort and energy too as well. So definitely, if you are interested in this conversation, tomorrow at 6 p.m. they're having the public consultation to let you understand what is their plan for 2025 to I think 2031, if I'm not mistaken. But you can be able to check that out and see what's going on with that and ask all your questions thereafter.
Right. So moving on into our 4th topic this morning, and when we follow up on the saga of Jerry Enriquez, remember he's the person, along with others, who has gone to the High Court and the Court of Appeal and the CCJ in order for the redistricting process to occur. Well, one of the things that he has requested by Freedom of Information Act from the AG is the actual list of attorneys as well as how much they have been paid for these cases, because they're thinking that maybe it might be a scare tactic for say, oh, well, we got the biggest, the baddest attorneys. If you lose, you know, you don't have to pay this amount. So, well, he's asking for the receipts, right? And so he has gone to the Ombudsman of Belize and he has made that complaint. The Ombudsman has done his investigation and has found that this, according to the FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act, this is not exempt from any request for freedom of information. So you, the AG, will have to do it. We know that the AG in the first instance has denied Jerry Enriquez's request, but in a formalized letter now, the Ombudsman is saying, no, these things are not exempt. This is a private contract and the people of Belize need to know where their money is going, right? So roll out the receipts, release the files, as our US people would say, release the files, but and they're giving by a certain time, right? Like I said, the attorneys and how much they have been paid. The people have a right to know. And yesterday in an interview, Jerry Enriquez is saying, yes, they talk about transparency and accountability. Well, this is something we need to know where our money to go to. we need to know. So release the files. Moving on into our fifth topic this morning, and this one is...
It's been circulating too as well, because of course I saw other media has been sharing the story too as well. It's been very big too when we look at land and the saga of land and
lands
you're
department
thinking, you think that this stuff you survey the land, you'd pay the money for survey the land, and then when you find out years after, because that's also the thing that we look at, Brandon, and I'm sure you can be able to elaborate on it, but many times when people begin that process of trying to acquire a land, they begin with the surveying and see exactly what's taking place. And it starts off at like 1 year. So say we did it like for this one, what we're looking at.
May 2022.
May 2022. You're surveying and you're checking and you're seeing. Okay,
22 acres of land.
22.24, if you want to be exact.
Yes.
Acres of land, and this is in
the Malacate area.
Malacate area in Independence Village, for people that maybe might not be familiar with it too as well. So permission was granted May 13, 2022, signed by Mr. Talbot Brackett, who was the surveyor for that at the time too as well. And it was completed in August 2022 by Mr. Tingalin too as well. And so with that whole idea, there was a proposal to be able to acquire the land. Everything was sent up, from my understanding, fully to be able to do this thing. There were check-ups with Mr. Brackett too as well about the signature.
The Commissioner of Land. Mr. Brackett is the Commissioner of Lands.
Commissioner of Land.
The surveyor was Tingling.
So the surveyor is Mr. Tingling. Mr. Brackett is the Commissioner of land. And so with all that happening, there were repeated requests, and we have WhatsApp messages showcasing that too as well throughout the years of assurance and saying, yes, the file is on the minister's desk too as well. We're waiting for the signature too as well. Follow-up complaints and all these different things.
Mother have to go to Lands Department for checkup when she don't have the time. And this is the story of Shireen Garbut, by the way. Yes, you've seen her face just now.
And so we look at, and then later on find out.
3 years later.
2025.
When I go in at lands now.
The land later was sold and titled to Mr. Charles Price on April 29th, 2025. And they're looking also, because what's very upsetting or unfair in this whole situation, and what people are looking at directly, because it's not the first time land has been resold after being surveyed and going through the full process. It's not new under the sun. However, people are looking at the allegations of the possible connections with a minister's driver. And that's the minister's driver's brother. So looking at those kind of family connections and how that could have played when it comes to suggesting political favorism in this case, because of the connections going on too as well. The survey did offer to pay
the Lands Department
did offer to pay $6,500.
That was what she spent on getting that survey and all this provisional.
But she's saying, no man, for all I gone through for all these years, I do not want that. That is not cutting it enough for me.
And apart from that $6,500, they were looking to compensate her in other lands, but this time off the coastal highway. Right? Which is far from Malacate. She's saying that this is basically unacceptable, and she wants land to be put in the Malacate area where she can easily access it, right?
So she's saying the proposal is to either give her the original land, return the original land to her, or provide a comparable parcel within the Malacate area like Brandon was mentioning. Otherwise, she will be taking this to court to see how the extent of the law can be carried out in this, because she has her receipt, she has all her things too as well. Brandon, what are your thoughts on this?
No, that's a saga, because yes, you could imagine you're following the proper protocols. You know, Lands Department, you gotta wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. But you're following the proper procedures. You gotta keep up and try to find out like what happened. Exactly.
Everything.
Almost every month I go check and what's not, like what party of the process. I know they have the tracking thing now, but sometimes the tracking thing no work. Let's be honest.
Very honest.
Yeah. But you tried tracking it, and 3 years down the road, mind you, I have a client who like 7-8 years down the road and still not get land title yet. I'm just telling you that.
Crazy work.
But
wow,
you find out that this land where you gonna survey, where the government give you permission for go survey. And so you could get your lease on the land. So you develop the land and then you apply for purchase price and you could purchase that land from the government of Belize. So all this I want, legitimate expectation, as she says, in order to follow through the process. But 3 years later, I find out that this land just gets sold to Mr. Price. Mr. Price, who
And
probably have
with title,
connections.
by the way. Full with title. So it's not just, it does titles, everything.
So if that be the case, lease need to get done, development need to get done, panel and so application for purchase price, and then your title. So all of these steps had to have been taken before you get your title, you know. So did it just go from survey to title? And per my money, per my survey?
Why?
What?
People to talk about how, the idea of the travel, the stress expenses, all of these things need to put in at the car store as well, where you have to get paid. But then, of course, Belize and Girls making a point. Isn't it once the land has been sold off, that's done, you're done?
Well, no, there's provisions in the law that you can reverse those, right? But high bars to set. But Ren, with the recent judgment coming from the Court of Appeal as well, right? With the value of the land or how much you pay towards that land, so. And instead of, and the case was, then they claim for $20 million, you only get $2 million. Then try gone at the Court of Appeal for the next 19 or $18 million, and the Court of Appeal said, no, you pay $2,000 for this land, so you're gonna give back $2,000. In this case, $6,000 that she paid is being given back. But so they say they add on to it with the one that coastal, the property that coastal.
The coastal road, that area.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like, I look at that case too, and I'm wondering how far will this be taken? And that does set a precedence too as well for persons that are trying to claim back for land to try to get monies when it comes to these claims. We're gonna see how it unfolds, guys, because there has to be a reply. Remember, she did the ultimatum to say, you either do the original parcel or give me something equivalent to the area.
In the area.
Or we're going to court. So we're going to see if this is a court action.
And for those in the chat literally looking, like experiencing something like this, my heart goes out to you because, trust me, I have some clients where, like I said, 7-8 years I still can't get paid.
I thought Miss Claudia at about 6 years, she don't wait for Sheila in a Kamalote. It's ridiculous, and
I did practice law for 10 years. So almost all of my my years, my lifespan of my career, probably trying to get this property for this person, and that was ring around the rosy. That's how
I always wonder, like, why has lands not come and pushed towards being digitized, fully digitized? These are so much things that, but you know why? And I'll drop the pin right there. They can't do it because the corruption needs to continue. And if it is there, you can't do it as well. It's gonna be how if the dolly ring around a rose is trying to figure out how you did the corruption. But anyway.
Pusha, we all fall down.
All fall
Moving
down.
to our last topic this morning, and we have one statistic of many statistics that were released yesterday. And this one specifically is dealing with births here in Belize over the years. You have the statistics.
Yes, we have the statistics here too as well. So the Ministry of Health and Wellness basically posted up some statistics. We're only going to be reviewing one for you guys to understand. It's looking at births specifically. So we're looking at 5,791 live births in last year, 2024. And this has reportedly been the lowest total since 1984. That is crazy work when you look at it too as well. We report that there's a 1.3% of those births were twins too. And we're just seeing exactly how there's just a low...
But you see the decrease over the years. If you look at the bottom of the screen there, it says 7,025. I think that was last year, if I'm not mistaken.
In 2022, they had like a higher amount, which is the 7,059. But then the 2023 after that was 6,355.
And just a decrease.
And the other one decreased another significant amount, 2024 with 5,791. I don't know what 2025 is going to bring for them too as well. But we have reported, and we do understand that persons are not having children as much. We don't know fully if it's just only the cost of living or the fact that people are engaging more in family planning. There's so much different things that you can look at when it comes to why birth rates are not exponentially high as they used to be.
Interesting statistics about to come out is that we see that, well, we grew up with the idea that, we have more young people and older folks in the country. This is going to prove that we will eventually reach a part where there's more older folks than the younger people.
And we originally had a population We originally used to have, and we still do to a certain extent, have a younger population than an older population. But as time goes by, like you mentioned, Brandon, it's going to flip. Because when we compared our percentage and everything, we had a large majority percent of like about 60% that was majority of a younger age as compared to, you know, other countries that have older lifespan for persons too as well. So it's something to just look at and to see exactly what's taking place. I know there's the encouragement for persons to have children, but we also have to look at what are the
expenses.
What are the expenses? What are the things that cause people to not want to have children? Are people not being in committed relationships, married anymore too as well? Are we looking at people going away to study and it's not being something of concern anymore to be able to be a career person as compared to be a family-oriented person too? Right. There's so much aspects, cost of living.
I swear to you, it's like we're just working and just surviving at this point.
Because I've seen some of my friends post how much milk costs, brother. And I just milk. We didn't talk about pampers. Brother, we didn't talk about pampers. We didn't even talk about clothes because babies grow. We're not talking about babysitter because maybe you are a single person or
school.
You know, have, and then school. Stress. So... No, it's big conversations to be able to talk about because I know I've been asked the question many times, like, Renata, you're married, you're going for 3 years, how you haven't had a child?
Yeah,
you all pay the bills? You all pay all the bills to me?
There's a timeline apparently. So there's a timeline apparently. They tell you that 3 years and...
Yeah, because the answer's like, and I'm always just like, you want to plan my life for me? And then we could also look because we haven't mentioned this part, that maybe there are persons that aren't able to have children. And that is, you know, an unfortunate situation where there are some persons that do want a family and are able to have children. So there's so much aspects to look at this too as well. But yeah, just to look at some of the statistics, these are available at the Ministry of Health and Wellness page, so you can go and check it out. There are other things talking about the suicide rates and all these things too that are very important information to be very mindful of too as well. But baby booze 2025, are you having a baby this time around? Are you contributing to our
2025 practically done.
So,
aim for 2026,
catch 2026? Catch 2026? Are we, is it that?
The start now, we could probably end up, you know what, June, something like that.
June babies.
June babies. Ooh, Geminis, no, it's all right.
I was waiting for you to say so. I said, I don't want to, I'm not choosing violence today. But guys.
Yes, guys, we do have a quick birthday shout out. Yes. I've come to the end of our coach talk. We do have a quick birthday shout out to my friend Lynette Palacio. Happy birthday to you. Her birthday was actually Tuesday, but I told her 30 plus 1 day, and then no, this morning that when I wake up with some sudden creak. Something
why are you like this?
Because it's true. And she has been reporting some things, and I'm like,
The way you start?
30. Ren, you have things to look forward to. But yes, happy birthday, Lynette. We hope that you enjoyed it. Well, I know you enjoy your birthday weekend. I'll also sit there and go on bad, right? Back. But yes, Lynette, hopefully you enjoy this new year around the sun and wish you all the best. And then apart from that, well, we just want to give one next big shout out as well.
Who shouted out, B?
Because we get this picture months ago, and we just feel like post this thing
we need to save it up for the right time.
Because we want to give our biggest fans out there a huge shout out. So, can we put up that picture, please?
Let's put up the picture, guys. Let's put up the picture.
Ed, I need you to put up on this thing.
We need to, like, Brandon's like, he's like waiting. He's brewing, guys.
So, here is that picture, guys. So big up to the Open Your Eyes crew. Big up to you guys. You know what? If you look on the top of the screen, so who do you see?
Brandon, you to start bright like a diamond.
I know, right? On top of every other monitor.
And shirt too as well, so we know it's you. Like, it's not even like
it's not photoshopped or anything like that. At 7:45 a.m., you know, we're deep in our least subject. So scroll up the top, man. Go to the top.
Go to the top right there.
Hey, see me there. Hey.
I love when we're up on the top of the screen because, you know, we top like that.
Yeah.
We top like that.
So happy. I mean, like, congratulations for watching us and, you know,
we appreciate
being inspired.
We appreciate it.
We know. We have to keep up the standards, you know, right?
We do.
Right. So and we have our own TV over there, so. Sponsored by OA themselves.
I got 6 TVs and Sunup is on one of them. Okay, so
We
with
see
that,
you. We
guys,
see you, Booze. We see you.
we will go to our first commercial break.
Yes, Felicia and Yel.
And give us
They
time.
watching.
They be watching, they see us. I see you watching. But with that, guys, we're gonna go, like I said, to our first commercial break.
Wait, we're not even got sunrise yet, man.
I'm gonna mention the sunrise now.
Yes, really. Yes, this one is coming from Hasak Reyes. Beautiful, beautiful. Look for the
And
leaf
this
bird
is-
just to add some leaf pizzazz.
I love
So-
that. I love it. The waters, everything, it's a whole moment. This is it. This is it right here. Thank you so much for sending in this submission, guys. We're hoping the rays warm you up or cool it down, whatever it is you need to have it give you on whatever position you want to eat.
Could you imagine for that TV that top that's what I hear the name? The fright in that control room.
Do you raise the volume? Do you turn the channel?
They know where to watch.
But you know what? I just, devil's advocate here real quickly. Just like stick up in. I just realized it's only us being watched. I don't see any other show. Is it just, Or maybe, you know what, let me just take the one off for the time. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But
They don't have no TV, but it's all right.
then they want to watch on a tablet or something. Not a TV privileges yet.
Speaking of watching, let's watch some commercials. We'll be right
I will
back.
be right back, guys, on a range of different conversations. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss out from all the great stuff.
Hi, have you heard about the expungement of criminal records? Well, as of August 1st, 2024, the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act allows for you to apply to have certain criminal charges permanently erased from your record. Isn't that amazing?
So, what makes you eligible to apply for expungement? The offense must qualify for expungement based on Schedule 2 and 3 of the law. You must meet the applicable rehabilitation period. This is the time period you must wait before you can apply. The applicant must not have any outstanding matters or have had any other convictions during the rehabilitation period. You can qualify for automatic expungement for certain first-time drug offenses, as well as COVID-related offenses. So, what are the benefits of expungement? Well, it broadens employment and educational opportunities that a criminal record would normally hinder.
It gives you a peace of mind away from the stigma of having a criminal conviction and provides you with access to services that may be otherwise restricted.
If you have a past criminal conviction, here's what you can do to get it expunged. First, verify if you qualify for expungement. Then, prepare the application package. Each package consists of 2 forms. Applications are available countrywide. You then make a non-refundable payment of $100 at your nearest Treasury Department and finally submit the package and payment receipt to any Ministry of Human Development office countrywide. Note, applicants will receive a notification within 90 days to see if their application was approved or denied. So, if you are interested, visit any Human Development office countrywide, any magistrate court, or the Ministry of Home Affairs office in Belmopan. For more information, you can call 227-2716 or you can WhatsApp 613-0343.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help. And now, taking action is easier than ever. Download the ArcGIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. Stand proud in protecting our nation. Our beliefs, our responsibility. Bini.
Book your vacation with us today.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years. Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023 in the
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Sheree Kelso,
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening with your news and the bureaucrat.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Sunup on 7. So just before the break, Renata was showing shade.
What?
As well as... as well as a number of Couch Talk topics that we
The lies don't
went
even
through.
fit anymore in his mouth.
But jumping into our first conversation this morning, we're going to be speaking about the Wings of Mine and a fundraising event that they will be having called Viva Wings. And with us on the couch this morning, we have the founder of Wings of Mine organization, Miss Isalie Lizama, as well as none other than Gretchen Fatima Fernandez Hernandez,
Yes.
creator
You know,
of
say the full
Dance
name.
with Fatima.
Full name. Yes.
Always Fatima, but good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
How are we doing this morning?
Good morning. We're doing great.
Our energy level from
Happy
1
to
to
be
10.
here again.
Yes, of course.
You know I love you guys.
We love you too. Trust me, we do.
We were dancing this morning to one of the songs. We were trying to remember what our Fatima's moves and everything, but we got something in there. But speaking of dance, we have another celebration to be able to get into. But before we do that, I'd love for just education purposes. Talk to the persons out there that maybe hear, Wings of Mine and want to understand what is the purpose of this group. What does it do to as well?
So Wings of Mine is a support
a support group for mothers and fathers who have experienced loss due to preterm babies or babies under the age of 1. The whole reason for this organization is to help and give back. I myself had a loss, so we know in Belize we don't talk about these things.
Right.
Yeah.
When we talk about going to a counselor, going to a therapist, it's always, oh, they stigmatize you like you're a little bit crazy or something like. No, you need help. It's very important. And I always stress the issue that, I was a very private person. And so you need to get to a position where you are ready to open up, to accept, to heal, and to say, you know what, I feel like I don't feel the same. My life is not going right. Because when I was going through my situation, everyone was getting it. Because I was hurting.
Yeah.
So it's very important to get that mental health, which is October right here is mental health. And cancer, breast, it's all under one.
All
under one umbrella. So what we do is we have fundraisers and we try to help these people get counseling. We try to help with burial expenses, and we also help with extra ultrasound because you know the public just offer that one ultrasound, and we give that also to the public.
I love that. And so in that same note, we're looking at a fundraiser event too as well to help support the great work that you guys do.
Yes. Yesterday was the Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day.
Oh.
Yes. And so we have our monument there at the Lodridge. And so yesterday we went there and we put a wreath there and we had a prayer, you know. Just remember our babies. Some people, they will give you stories about, I had a loss, but I don't remember where my baby was buried. Well, we have this monument that you can go and remember your baby.
I love
right there at the Lodridge. Yeah, it was a ring of mine movement. We want you guys to know that you're not alone.
Yeah.
And we are here to support you all the way. And so this year we're having this full power, exciting, you know, Miss Fatima, how it goes.
All kind of thing.
You know, people always think about losing a baby, it's sadness. But eventually, during your healing process, you will get there, you will get back, and the sadness will eventually fade away, but you won't forget.
Yes.
For sure. So
you just have to navigate it.
Yes, and there's much, and if you're here, then it's a reason why you're alive, just like myself. Yeah. So Fatima, she's adding on to the party, and we're going to have this event here at November 1st at Body 2000 at 8 o'clock, and it's a fundraiser. We starts at $8 and $25. After that, we'll have like a little social, some healthy food, of course. Yes. You know, fruits, coconut water for the electrolytes, and some finger food. So I was just asking the public to come and join us, and it's for a good cause.
And it's 8 a.m.
It's 8 a.m. I know some people asked, and we were just talking, some people asked, why we don't do it early in the morning? Well, because I'm thinking 6 o'clock, nobody want to get up on a Saturday at 6.
Yeah, exactly, on a Saturday.
So let's do it at 8, pump it, have a great time, and have the energy for the rest of the day.
I love it. And it's funny that you said, yes, you have coconut water, because dancing with Fatima now.
Boy, that makes you sweat.
Yes, that makes you sweat. So you need to replenish. So Fatima, how does it feel to be a part of this initiative?
Well, I'm so happy that have this collaboration with Miss Italy and with this beautiful event, like this Wins of Mine, right? And Viva Wins in this case. So, well, I will be leading, you know, like you say, the fun and energetic dance exercise, soca party, right?
Oh,
so it's soca party, yes.
Ooh.
So, you know, yes. So in that case, you just bring your rack, you know, your energy, your water, of course, and be ready to jump, to whine, you know, to sweat, and have fun, you know, and together. Like, because this time we are not dancing only for ourselves, we are dancing for others too. Right. So in this case, it's a moment like let's dance, no? And make that every step count. So that's why we are together, and we're supposed to.
I sweat and have fun, because a part of the healing comes with finding different things that give you life. And dancing with Fatima is giving people life. It's giving people that push to like let go. It's a great support system too as well. All the women that come together or men that come and just have a fun time. So I love that we're creating this space in this way too as well and bringing funds together to support. For persons that are listening to the conversation, maybe they won't be able to make it on that date. Can they still donate? How does that look too as well?
Yes, they can still donate. We have our Wings of Mind page on Facebook, and we also have, they can contact me at 669-8455.
669-8455. Okay, then, great.
Perfect. And for persons that maybe are asking, like, when we raise these funds or so, how is it going to be supporting persons? Like, what is going to be used more or less to as well?
It will be used more to get the mothers and fathers professional counseling.
Excellent, excellent. Because we do know that not all counseling is free, and then sometimes specialists aren't necessarily free ones too as well. So especially when you're dealing grief and loss and in this form, there's need for support.
And I actually just want to stress more on that it's not only for the grieving mothers, it's for fathers as
very
well.
Much important. It's
very
also
much important.
For the fathers.
And please join them November 1st. Fathers, join them November 1st to sweat this out.
We would love to see some fathers come
to come on
if they can keep up, right?
Yes.
But it's good. And we're looking at anybody and everybody to be able to come?
Anybody and everybody.
It's all welcome.
Because this is not just this is not just a specific person. This happens to anybody.
Very true.
I mean, I didn't know this was going to knock on my door.
Yeah. Right.
And that's why I'm here, and that's why Wings of Mind is now here.
And do we have a quota too as well? Are we breaking down Body 2000 at this point?
We are
different floors. Different floors.
I'm just checking because I know, like, you know, when Fatima goes on, like, we might shake up the place. So that's like, do we have a quota?
We are breaking down.
With a broken Body 2000. Okay, maybe
November 1st at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody and the granny, auntie, uncle on the left and right hand side, pull up.
Are invited.
Rise, shine, grind, and dance.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that
one too. Yes.
Man, I needed that for the next
For the
year
flyer.
flyer.
Let's add that. Yes, let's add that.
We're gonna add that to the flyer.
When you post it, yes.
Next year flyer for
I love
sure.
it. Fatima, are you gonna be doing an extra special dance? Because I know Fatima, she likes to do like specific, like gives you a new dance that she's been thinking of too as well.
Yes, of course. You know, surprise.
Yes. So we're gonna be having a surprise, obviously. So that's even more reason to come out and enjoy this. You're gonna learn something for people that are the diehard. All of the whole dancing and everything, they're going to be a new dance you're going to be learning when you come.
And also remember that it's important that people know that, like I said, nobody, the age doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Your dance skill doesn't matter, or your dance experience. The point is just to dance, move, and make it count, like we said before.
Yes.
So that's what we need. So don't worry about anything. Just go and have fun and enjoy the moment.
I love it.
Love it.
And they're going to be having a social afterwards, right? So you can be able to engage with persons, maybe share stories, you know, talk about that support system. And just because it's $25 doesn't mean you have to give only $25, guys. It's a fundraiser, so feel free to give a little bit more too as well. As you know, the funds are being used to support, you know, the families that need counseling to deal with the grief and loss and the healing process that they have to go through. So please, by all means, let's give all the love. As we're wrapping up this conversation, any last remarks, anything that you forgot to mention?
No, I think we got
everything out.
Yes.
We just want the public to come and join us and have a good time.
And for, let's say, grieving mothers out there who might have just heard about Wings of Mind today, what message would you have for them?
I want them to know that we exist and we are just a phone call away, a text away, and we'll be right there to your avail.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank
on the
you
Club.
for having us.
Thank you for having us, indeed.
November 1st, guys, 8 a.m., Body 2000 with a broke down the place. Come out.
Please don't broke up the people there, please. Literally.
No.
With a shell down. With a shell down.
Shell down because Brandon wants to be polite. Bring a rug, bring a water, bring the energy, and let's have a great time too as well. There's going to be a social. Please contact. We put the number in the chat for Wings of Mind. It's 669-8455 to do your registration. You pay these $25 or more, and you can be able to come on and enjoy the time. You can give more even if you are not coming to the event. But let's go and support a very, very worthy cause. But with that, guys, we're going to go to our next commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Wi-Fi.
You might want to sing it note for note, don't worry.
Yo, bro,
Be
need your help.
happy.
Excuse me, class.
In every life we
Bro, I
have
have smart
some
earplugs, smart
trouble.
too.
But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy.
Wherever the coastal road takes you, don't worry, be happy. Smart has you covered. Smart, bringing people together.
Ishana Tyrone Sutherland, Bachelor of Science in Biology Education.
The sleepless nights, the long days, the massive sacrifice. There is something in us that is not hypothetical. It has been tested and proven. This defiant, resilient spirit runs through the veins of our people. You come from a long line of fighters and heroes and heroines, and some of them are sitting right here in these bleachers. They had to do so much with so little to get you to where you are today. Success and titles and defeat are imposters. They don't last forever. Who you are deep down inside, now that's forever. Your family is forever. Your community is forever. Love is forever. So love deeply. Love people more than things. Love your family. Love your friends. Love your community. Love your country. Love yourself, because you matter. Please give yourself a round of applause.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corzal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Sheree Culsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Adira Craft.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Sunup on 7. Again, just before the break, Renata is throwing shade. But we're jumping into our second conversation this morning, and we're going to be talking about today, which is the International Credit Union Day. It's celebrated every third Thursday in October, and who better to explain it to us and the significance of this than Miss Jacqueline Taibo, who's the Compliance Officer of the Belize Credit Union League, as well as Dr. Carol Bob, stranger on our couch today, who's the education specialist at Holy Redeemer Credit Union. So good morning to both of you. How are we doing this morning?
Doing great.
Well,
We're
happy
doing well.
International Credit Union.
Yes, and same to you because you're a member owners of HRCU. So happy Credit Union Day.
Thank you. We should have gotten cupcake.
Well, you can go and get your cupcake
they're having
at
cupcakes today?
HRCU, but I don't want to preempt the show. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what you will get.
You're right. You know
So I want to begin with asking, all right, so International Credit Union Day, let's talk about what that really is about.
So International Credit Union Day is an opportunity to show appreciation and to celebrate what credit unions have achieved, our community involvement, what we have done in our members' lives. And so even our staff, the volunteers who work with us, to show appreciation for them. And so there are 8 credit unions across the country of Belize. And today those credit unions are doing different initiatives to celebrate the day.
I love it. And so all of them will be posting over
All of
different
them
activities?
are having different activities. I can only speak about HRCU. HRCU, we have 2 branches. We have in Independence and in Belize City, and coming soon, the one in Belmopan.
Yes, sad to say.
And so what we are doing for our member owners to show appreciation, because HRCU exists because of all of us, because of the 65,000 plus member owners that we have.
Wow.
And so we are showing our appreciation because it's all of our savings put together that we are able to provide all these services that we provide.
Of course.
And so what we are having that today we are offering snacks to a little snack, a juice.
Okay.
Also, when you transact, your name will be put in a little box and you can win some cash.
Oh, wow.
So you have until 3 p.m., Brandon,
Got it.
Renata.
So you're
Go
very transacting today.
Even if you drop only $10 in your saving account, that's a transaction. And you'll get your juice and your snack, and your name will be put in this barrel and this box, and you can win some cash and add that to your emergency fund.
Aye, which I just learned about today, that
Yes,
there's
that you can have sub-accounts. Right. So
the more you know, people, and Dr.
Right.
Bob is the education specialist. So.
But I think that's also something that people should take on or take heed on for this day, is beyond just like, talking about credit unions. They should talk more with their credit unions to see what can they do, what are the capabilities of their accounts and so forth, to make sure there's more education taking place. So if you have your credit union or you haven't opened your credit union, please make sure you talk to different specialists and learn a little bit more about what's happening. Right?
I want to throw out something to the audience.
Try it out, make it catchy.
What is the team? The first person who say what the team is will get a prize from HRCU. I don't know, I begged when I get there. Maybe $50 on your account.
And I literally was about to ask that question just now.
What is the team for this year's
I love it.
International Credit Union Day? I'm going to ask my CFO that person be given $100 on his or her account.
I go answer.
I go answer for me?
No.
We will split it B.
So, and then, because that would have been my next question, but I want to then get into now what
You have to watch who is the first one.
Somebody's saying here, International Credit Union Day Corporation for a Prosperous World.
Wow.
Perfect. Correct. Yes.
Marinella Garcia.
She know the play like
And is she a member owner of HRCU?
She better be, because if not...
I know.
Yeah,
We have to give it to one of you, right?
Exactly. Can give it to me. It's all right.
All right.
I don't want to read a comment.
But I wanna find out then, what is the league doing for International Credit Union Day?
Okay, so every year we usually start the celebration. So it's a whole month of activities. And we start with a church service. This year, the Belize City Credit Unions worship together at St. Joseph Church. On this coming Saturday, we're having our convention, and so we have a convention every year.
Okay.
And so all the different credit unions are sending in their delegates, and we're going to have a full day of activity with speakers on the team. We're going to have a health section, and this year we are looking at the Kidney Association is going to be with us with Dr. Gongora.
Oh, nice.
And so it's going to be a very interesting day, and we usually try to ensure that the members, the staff, they get something out of the day.
I love
well.
that. So I want to challenge both of you ladies here
Mm-hmm.
on this couch because we know the theme now, which is International Credit Union Day, Cooperation for a Prosperous World. What does that theme mean to both of you, considering the work that you guys do?
So the theme means to me is that a credit union is a corporation, meaning a group of people who come together and their savings make other things possible for other member owners. It's through our savings that loans are possible, that we're able to give dividends, that we have benefits. At HRCU, for example, just as an example, every year we give over $500,000 in educational grants.
Oh, wow.
And that is because Brandon, all of us together, we pool our resources and we are able to help our member owners. And remember, at the last Saturday in May, you are given your dividends.
Yes.
Correct.
But there are other benefits too. That is only possible because we're a corporation. We are pooling our resources. The motto is people helping people.
Yes.
Nobody wants to die. But if you are a good member in good standing, not a malpago, when you die, your beneficiary will get $5,000 to help you with burial expenses.
Yeah.
We may not think that these things are important, but when we look at our society and we see people dying and people are in need of help, this could have been avoided if only they were members of a credit union. So I also think that as credit unions, we need to educate the populace more about what a credit union is, what the benefits are, and how to become financially literate. That is important.
That one right there.
Because, Renata, you could know about the credit union, you could know that you can save, but if you don't know how to manage your money wisely, you are going to experience problems in life.
Very true.
And what does the team mean for you, Ms.?
Well, I think it's beautiful that from the inception of the credit union, we have kept to what the credit union originally was. The credit union was born out of a crisis, and in time in Germany, there was a famine. And so cooperative mills and bakeries were formed to ensure that people were able to get food. And then eventually it became a financial entity in that it was made to help the farmers. And so today that philosophy still exists because it's people helping people, as Dr. Bob has said.
Definitely.
And we pool our resources together and we can borrow from each other. And so that is why it is so important that it's not just your money, it's our money. And so when we borrow, we need to ensure that we repay. And
tell
we
them, Ms.
keep
Jacqueline.
talking about saving and borrowing wisely. People sometimes ask why we don't encourage people to belong to more than one credit union. And it's because, I think one of the reasons is because if you belong to too many financial institutions, you reach a point where your commitments become a burden. And so you're not enriching yourself. And so one of the important things of the credit union, and that is one of the things that Dr. Bob does as HRCU, is the financial literacy, which is very important. And they go into the schools, they go to different entities, and they teach people how to budget, how to save, how to manage the little that they have.
Right.
All right, I want to ask as a final question, since we have HRCU on the day set with us, has there been any recent developments? Are there new things coming along the way that people could look forward to, or how does that look for HRCU?
Right now we are trying to work on corresponding banking.
Oh, okay.
Where it's a work in progress, and we're all looking forward to it, especially people in the diaspora.
Yes.
I was a guest speaker in Los Angeles last month in September, and Belizean Americans are dying for the opportunity for them to send their money to Belize. Right now, we are not able to do that. It's a hard process to do that. So that is what HRCU is working on, corresponding banking.
So this is looking at like the first credit union to have a correspondent bank.
Yes, it would be the first credit union in Belize.
Wow, that will make so much people's lives easier.
It will be easy for people to Belizeans, especially to transfer their money, to save, to withdraw, to deposit. You know, right now you take risks. Right now you send it to a friend, and then you pray and hope that the friend deposit.
I pray, I hope for you.
No, because I know some correspondent banking as well. your money travel the world before it hit your account. From this bank to that bank to this one to, yeah. So it's
so that's
beautiful.
a big question from the diaspora. So I think if we are able to successfully achieve that, that will be a big plus for us.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah,
Excellent.
definitely.
And so as we're wrapping up, any final remarks, anything that you want to let the public know, Ms. Jacqueline?
Well, I think it's very important to have a credit union account. Your credit union is your friend. It's like a family. They walk with you from the cradle to the grave. And so under the team Cooperation for a Prosperous World, that is where you need to be in your credit union.
Yes, definitely people helping people.
And please, I beg you, you're never too young to have a credit union. Parents, open up one. Even if the $5 you send 1 month for that credit union or so forth. But
and remember, when your children have, well, I can't speak about all credit unions, but for HRCU, if your child is a member owner and maintains at least like $150 on his or her account, he or she, the parent can apply for the grant for the child.
You see?
But your child must be a member owner.
Excellent.
And it's one per family. And it's from preschool all the way to junior college.
Look at that. There are benefits, guys. Educate yourself. Parents, learn about these things. I think this needs to be taught more in school when it comes to what credit unions can do for you, what all credit unions are in Belize. Like, these are things that are really essential. Educate yourself on these days and beyond to us. So make sure it's a conversation when it comes to financial literacy.
Right.
How we're saving our money, our life skill. This is important.
It's a life skill.
This is important.
And as I go around the country and I do training, I am appalled that there are many people who are still not even aware of, some of them have not even heard the word financial literacy.
Yeah.
So this says to me that we need to do more as a credit union, as a league. Because if we want our people to be prosperous, they will only become prosperous if they are financially literate.
That's true. That's so true.
So let's do the work, guys. Happy International Credit Union Day. Go to your credit unions, find out on their Facebook page what they're doing to as well. Ask as much questions. Open a credit union. Let's have these conversations and let's get ourselves better and equipped for a prosperous world. And so with that, we're going to go to our next commercial break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
There are so many people who are proud of you. Your parents, your guardians, your aunts, your uncles, your siblings, faculty, and friends. They are there too. They share in this achievement. Please give them a bigger round of applause. Graduates, you have a sacred duty, a generational responsibility even. You have to honor those who came before you by standing taller, stronger, go farther, go further, go harder. But stand together for one another. And lastly, but certainly not least, thank God. Always call to Him. He will be there for you.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
No Wi-Fi.
You might want to sing it note for note, don't worry.
Yo, bro,
Be
help.
happy.
Excuse me, class.
In every life we
Bro, I
have
have smart
some
rifle, I smart
trouble.
too.
But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy.
Wherever the coastal road takes you, don't worry, be happy. Smart has you covered. Smart, bringing people together.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Sunup on 7. So during the break, Renata finally calmed down, but we also just got out of a beautiful conversation with the Belize Credit Union League talking about International Credit Union Day, which is celebrated today and every third Thursday of the October month. We're jumping into our third conversation for this show, and we're here joined with Ms. Paulita Bennett-Martin, who's the Director of Sea of Life, and Ms. Darice Chuck, who's the Environmental and Communications Director of Belize Audubon Society. And we'll be talking about an upcoming Belize City Pride cleanup. So, good morning to both of you.
Morning.
How are we feeling this morning?
Amazing. Great. Thank you.
We're pumped up and ready for this weekend.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, we
because
are.
this Saturday is a Pride cleanup for our city.
Yes.
Right? So, Paula, let's start talking about how did this event come about?
Yeah, the event came about because we, Sea of Life, Belize Audubon Society, all of these organizations continue to do cleanups across the city, here and there, all the time. It never ends. The waste, the litter continues. And so we started talking about taking a fresh approach to it, whereby we clean up, but we also are doing citizen science to audit what we're finding so that we can report out on that. And then we're also doing education and outreach. Okay. So we'll be going door to door to talk to neighbors. Sometimes when people come into a neighborhood and do a cleanup, it's not really connected to that neighborhood. It's just like, we're here, we're cleaning up, right? But we really want to encourage other folks to get involved in this because there are neighborhoods and we want everyone to have a hand in it.
I love it. So I'm going to bring Belize Audubon Society into this. Talk to us about the participation and, of course, the need to make sure we're doing campaigns like this, we're doing movements like this.
So Belize Audubon Society has a long history, as Paulita said, of organizing these types of cleanup campaigns. But what makes this one unique is that we're trying to make it actually community-led and have community people participate. We're targeting Belize City and trying to identify areas in Belize City where we don't normally have these types of cleanup campaigns.
Right.
I know that you probably heard we're cleaning up along the coastline, we're cleaning Marine Parade. And so we came together as a group and we decided, you know, let's look at different areas in Belize City that we don't normally have these types of campaigns. And we want to engage those neighborhoods to come out and clean. So while we have different organizations participating, like Belize Audubon, we have the Scouts, we have schools like SCA, we have Oceana. We also want to go door to door, as Paulita said. We have flyers that we're printing so that we can share information about the campaign. The campaign is long term. It's not only for this Saturday. We've selected 4 other dates. So it's taking us into next year. And we want to share that information so people can, you know when to participate and come out. The citizen science part is also very interesting because when you sort your garbage, you become intimately involved and understand the type of plastic pollution that we're dealing with. What are the sources? Who are the people using it? And you can become more targeted then in campaigns, you know? Maybe we're finding a lot of these plastic pouches. Who's using these things, you know? And how can we reach them so that they can begin to rethink their choices?
That's quite interesting when you look at it because a different part of the city might have different trash that you find over there. And then how do you address, like you said, targeted in that case? So this first campaign begins this Saturday. Where are we cleaning up? And how much people do we have for this first?
Yes. Oh dear. We hope we have a lot of people.
We hope so too, yes. We have several organizations, as I said, and each organization, and when I say organization, we have businesses, we have schools, we have conservation NGOs, we have churches as well. So again, having everybody involved, each organization has committed to having people, bring people along to clean up. So we should have a good number of people. We have the Scouts who have been very instrumental, you know, they have led a lot of the cleanup campaigns in our community as well. So we hope we have a big crowd so that we can cover the area. We're targeting the Yabra area.
Excellent.
So we meet up at the Scouts Association's office, and then we're going to be assigning groups just to spread over the Yabra area. We clean up, and then we package the garbage, and we meet back at the Scouts to then begin the sorting part. So remember, we're picking up the trash, and then we have to sort it and collect the data. We're using an app to help us with collecting that information, and it helps us to analyze and see the results right away.
Interesting. And will it be something after the 4, because I said it's like four different outreaches you guys are going to be doing, that you're going to compare all of them and then have like this big synopsis of saying these specific areas have this much plastic or this type of plastic or whatever?
That's the goal.
Ooh, excellent. So that means we're getting a follow-up conversation.
Yes, definitely.
We'd love to be able to see exactly what are the findings and what's going on in these specific areas. I know we have this one in Belize City in the Yabra area. Is it all Belize City based, or is it we're doing like out district or so?
All Belize City based.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're giving all the love to Belize City right now.
But
we're hopeful that it inspires other communities, and then organizations and churches and such can come together in those communities as well and do the same thing.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's easily replicated by any of these organizations using the app and doing this type of data collection, and as I said, sorting your garbage so you could better understand the type of garbage and where it's coming from, who's using it is very important.
I think, well, and it leads to a question that Kevin is asking. How are companies that use plastics in mass, like the beverage companies, for instance, held accountable? Is it great that we have, or it is great that we have community work to clean up, but if the source is not addressed, then will it end?
Well, we definitely have had conversations with some of those companies that Kevin is speaking of, and we continue to have the conversations. We haven't seen much of an approach from them to change the status quo at this time.
Right.
But as we show them data, it's not just us saying what we see. It's information that's scientifically categorized. Then we can push a little bit harder, I think. And also, as there's more solutions on the market, more ways that we can avoid plastics, we can also push them in those directions. Right now, one of the big things that we advocate for at Sea of Life is refill and reuse.
Yes.
We do have refillable systems already in Belize. That's been a tradition with our glass bottles for a very long time. So there are other ways to do that as well, to avoid the pouches. That's been a huge thing. And I think that, you know, let me just point out here, instead of plastic straws, you can use Belizean-made, all bamboo straws, cleaning kits, you know. So there are solutions, and there are local people that are creating those solutions. And we just need the larger companies that have more resources and are more capable of it to shift some of the ways that they do business.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
and you know, I think rethinking is very important. You know, that's one of the R's that we can refer to. We can definitely rethink our choices. Do you really need a straw? You know, it's a simple thing I try to think about every time when I'm out and they serve me a beverage. Do I really need the straw? No, I don't, you know.
So true.
So it's rethinking, it's reusing, you know, the things that you can reuse, and just making smart choices where you can. These plastic pouches are especially a pet peeve for me because whenever we do clean
People
up,
just throw it anywhere.
Yes. Another thing, when people are actually out doing cleanups, they take the plastic pouches for their groups to refresh themselves, and that's not a good practice because it ends up becoming garbage, trash that you're throwing right there. And those plastics have a tricky way of making its way back into our coastal and marine environment.
Definitely.
So when we're cleaning up, that's what we find all the time. So again, rethinking that. Take your water bottle with you so that you can refill. You save money as well. You don't have to purchase.
And you know, it's so fascinating and, well, incredible at the same time that we have laws, or we have passed laws to ban single plastic use, right? And what are we finding on the streets and in our drains and in our canals and in our rivers?
Correct.
But the same plastic that we try to ban, right? So
yes.
I think we need more work, government, on this. But no, thank you so much for the initiative of actually coming to clean Belize City. We know that Belize City is a terror when it comes to garbage.
Oh, yes, and I'm glad that you're doing Yabra area too as well, because
But again, the campaign and using the word pride, you know, we want Belize City to really reflect, and we love Belize City. I was born, raised in Belize City, live in Belize City. Belize City is
This is your city,
home.
this is your
my
home, yeah.
When I hear other people talking about Belize City, I get upset because this is my home. And so we need to take pride in our home, and we can all do it if we come together collectively. We start with the children. It's important that we start in the schools, so Belize Audubon has an active presence in the schools as well, and this is something that we have been saying from way back when, you know, teaching children how to be responsible with their choices and with garbage, you know, putting garbage in the right place.
Most definitely.
For persons who want to follow up a schedule, you're coming near their community, how can they go about and view that where you're coming to next?
So they can follow the Sea of Life social media, Belize Audubon as well. All the partners that are involved in the campaign are pushing the same information, the same messaging. And so you can follow all of us on social media to get updates. As we finalize those dates, we have our January date set already, January 11th.
January 11th,
Yes. So we will be developing flyers, digital flyers, and sharing that information again, pushing it through all the organizations participating so that we can get the visibility. And we hope to have our other 2 dates set very soon, and then we can publicize that as well.
So at least we know January 11th is coming up.
Yes, January 11th is coming up really quick when you think about it.
And do we have the air for that one or no?
Have we decided?
We're working on that one.
We talked about Central American Boulevard, but we didn't know which section to which section.
Yes, that's a huge area.
Yes,
That's a huge area. Yes, but definitely that might be our next.
We're thinking like Civic might be part of the anchor of that, where we might set up, and then not sure which way we fan out.
Reach out. It's a huge area, and you know we need a lot of help and hands. And I always say when people participate in these types of cleanup activities and the science part of collecting data, I hope that they're able to make connections and reflect on their choices and how they can help and also prevent, you know, plastic pollution and pollution in general from getting in our environment, on our streets, in our community. We want our city to be clean, man. It's not only for the cruise tourism people that come to Belize, it's for us. We want to live in a beautiful, healthy, safe environment.
For us, our family, our children to come, all that.
So that's what we're trying to promote with this type of pride campaign.
I love it. I love it. And reminding people to check out all of these different entities that are producing and promoting that we're supposed to be conserving, clean, eliminating the plastic, the pollution, and all of these things. You can come out this Saturday.
We meet up at the Scouts
8 a.m.
Association.
8 a.m.
At the Scouts Association on Albert Street.
Not too early, see, right? 8 a.m. It's a good time. So you can come out. We should be done by midday once we finish with picking up the garbage and doing the sorting part. Yeah, by midday you should be free and have the rest of your Saturday to go about doing what you need to. I also want to mention that I have a nifty little tool here with me.
There we go.
These things come in very handy when you're doing cleanups. We make some as well with sticks with a pointy end, you know, that you could just
look at you being innovative.
Spike your garbage. But these are really good to have, you know, when you're picking up garbage all day or all morning. Easy to use. They do cost money. Right? And so one of the things we are still looking for sponsorship that can help us to get equipment and supplies that we need. We're also promoting using these reusable gloves, your heavy-duty gloves, and not the latex gloves that we traditionally use. They become garbage again. You throw it back in the garbage.
Same thing. You just contribute to the
Exactly. So we don't want that. We don't want the water pouches. And so, you know, that's an investment to get these types of gloves. And so we will be using those types of gloves. It's also safer when you're sorting garbage to have that sturdy type of gloves, a work gloves, instead of those latex gloves. So we do still need sponsorship and support. So from any of the businesses or community members who want to support, they can contact Paulita at the Sea of Life, and please, we need support.
All right.
I love how one of our viewers, Miss Claudia, is saying here, please go back to taking your own containers to the shop when you go buy eggs and stop using plastic egg crates too as well. Good tip to remind people on.
You know, but I did read something about I think it's one of the United Kingdom nations that they started charging for plastic bags.
Yes.
So
Many
and
places.
that caused a whole ripple effect saying, you know what, plastics are off. We don't want to pay for the plastic bags. So plastic started diminishing. Other countries in the United Kingdom started doing it because of that. And plastic pollution, off.
Yeah. Well, there's a cost to pollution, right? So there should be a cost to that bag. I did also want to bring up the fact that another important point that was brought up about the shilling wata is they come to the cleanups and then bring 300 of those pouches. Well, we're working with local bicycle cart people and paying them for the day to ride around and actually offer cool water that's in a 5-gallon container in ice so that you can refill your bottles. So there's creative ways we can work together to say, skip the 300 little pouches, let's pay somebody to come help us refill water for the day.
The 300 little pouches in plastic and wrapped in plastic, literally. That's what it is.
These are great tips for people that are doing outreaches in general too as well. So I also want to encourage people that are doing outreach. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, based on cleanups and so forth, but if any outreach you're doing in general, reach out to one of these different agencies. Ask them for tips on how to make sure you keep your volunteers in check, but also keep the environment in check, guys. It can work together. It can be harmonized. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You might not have the expertise, but I'm sure if they message in for Sea of Life, they're going to be able to tell them, hey, these are good vendors that you can be able to purchase from. These are good places that you can be able to do this thing. And you're here to support. Ask for the information, get the support, guys. But again, thank you so much for this.
Thank you as
We're looking forward to seeing the data later on too as well. January 11th is the next one.
Yes.
And so we're hoping to see exactly what location it's going to be fully do the details out. But again, for people in the Yarborough area, this weekend at 8 a.m., if you're seeing somebody cleaning up, come outside and lend a supportive hand to
Not
as
only the Yarborough people. Everybody. This is a Belize City Pride initiative. Let's take pride into our city.
Let's love our country, beautify our country, because I feel we, and not about anybody else but we. So I don't act like it. Take care, right? So thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
All the best this weekend.
Awesome.
With that, guys, we're going to go to our next commercial break. And when we're back, we have another exciting conversation. Guys, I tell you, it's fourth for today. We're going. And we're going to a commercial break.
Have you heard about the expungement of criminal records? Well, as of August 1st, 2024, the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act allows for you to apply to have certain criminal charges permanently erased from your record. Isn't that amazing?
So, what makes you eligible to apply for expungement?
The offense must qualify for expungement based on Schedule 2 and 3 of the law. You must meet the applicable rehabilitation period. This is the time period you must wait before you can apply. The applicant must not have any outstanding matters or have had any other convictions during the rehabilitation period. You can qualify for automatic expungement for certain first-time drug offenses, as well as COVID-related offenses. So, what are the benefits of expungement? Well, it broadens employment and educational opportunities that a criminal record would normally hinder. It gives you a peace of mind away from the stigma of having a criminal conviction and provides you with access to services that may be otherwise restricted. If you have a past criminal conviction, here's what you can do to get it expunged. First, verify if you qualify for expungement. Then, prepare the application package. Each package consists of 2 forms. Applications are available countrywide. You then make a non-refundable payment of $100 at your nearest Treasury Department and finally submit the package and payment receipt to any Ministry of Human Development office countrywide. Note, applicants will receive a notification within 90 days to see if their application was approved or denied. So, if you are interested, visit any Human Development office countrywide, any magistrate court, or the Ministry of Home Affairs office in Belmopan. For more information, you can call 227-2716 or you can WhatsApp 613-0343.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help. And now, taking action is easier than ever. Download the ArcGIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. Stand proud in protecting our nation. Our Belize, our responsibility. Bini.
Book your vacation with us today.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years. Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
These charter means aren't from
We're
an apple
navigating
plane.
along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Sheree Kelso, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craft.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Sunup on 7. During the break, Renata actually behaved. But we're jumping into our fourth and final conversation for today, and we're going to be talking excitement because, again, this season, as with previous seasons, promises to be exciting. Yes, I'm talking about the William Dawson Sprite Basketball Tournament 2025, which officially began last week, Friday. So let's hear about what this season has to entail. And with us on the couch this morning, we have Mr. Douglas Hyde, who's a youth program coordinator for the Belize Police Department, as well as Mr. Andrew Dawson, who's the director of the LIU. So let's hear more from them. So good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
How are we doing this morning?
We're great.
All right.
Excitement
don't start.
Of course.
Don't start. So let's hear about, let's remind people about the success of last year's season.
Mr. Dawson?
I love this. Okay, who attack?
Yeah. So last year we were able to engage, I believe, 24 to 26 teams.
Nice.
Of course, these teams were not only from Belize City, but we extended it to the villages as well. Right. And we have our 3-time reigning champion, which is the Hard Rock basketball team, and these guys are playing. Oh, and they call it the fire then the blaze, right? So of course, the main initiative, or the goal behind the initiative, is to break down those barriers that are created, and of course, have that conversation of peace through sports.
Yes.
Right. So to me, it was a very successful tournament because, of course, the fans showed up across section of society, were involved in it. The sponsorship, it speaks to the multi-sectoral, multi-agency type of approach, where everyone comes together and supports this initiative so that we can have the impact that we need within these communities. No?
Most definitely. I think right now specifically, this is needed.
Yes.
Because as we've been seeing the tension that have been rising on our streets and what's been going on, this tournament serves as this beacon for hope for a lot of persons. The time that we actually start to talk, we start to play a good game, we start to like compare ourselves in a good way too as well, and we feel like we're part of the greats of when it comes to coming together. Let's talk about that aspect too as well, and like looking forward for this year, 2025, Mr. Douglas. What is it going to bring to as well?
It's important that we remember more likely the whole objective of the tournament, which is intervention through sports. And when we renamed the tournament in 2022 after William, the importance of William during his time was peace
Yes.
in communities, and he've always emphasized on that some of the guys may not like each other, and whatever challenges they go through, whatever the situation is, we want peace and unity. He was very much adamant about that, pushing it at all angles and stuff. And I never forget our intimate discussions and activities that he and I would carry out over the past years, and he actually believed in that. So when we renamed the tournament under his name, it is with that intention to look at situations, strategies, especially as you mentioned, when the place is hot.
Yeah.
When the place is hot, you need something to cool it down or calm it down, where cooler heads prevail. And I keep saying it's not about shooting guns, it's about shooting basketball through the hoops. And so we have a lot of talent in Belize. These young men are very talented. The opportunities sometimes are not there, so we've created that opportunity, and I'm thankful that, Ella, you have taken the helm of saying, yeah, what we want intervention through sports as part of our umbrella, part of the work of LIU. As you know, the police department continues to work in the era of community policing and strategies of how to better build relationship with communities. So this falls within the police department in terms of how can we better work with our young people when it comes to these crisis moments and these situations. And I'm happy to be part of it. It's been years doing this, and so like I mentioned earlier, if we never get it right by now, we'll not get it right again. But we've seen work. We've seen where we've moved from 2015 with 6 teams and grow every year.
Yes.
Something is happening. It's not just
and villages. Like, there's so much
villages
participation.
Participation. And we've seen now where we are at 30 teams registering for being part of this tournament.
30 teams.
That's the NBA number. There's 30 teams in the NBA. And so that was the goal, to have 30 teams. But we had to look at certain structures because, again, it's not just to come and play basketball. And yes, it's intervention through sports, but we want to develop our players. We want to develop our young men.
Of course.
To the next level. And our highest level in Belize is elite, the semi-pro.
Yeah.
We are seeing some of them reaching that level, but we have to do better at our level, where we develop them more to understand structures, disciplines, how to play organized basketball. It's not just in your back court where they throw one coconut, throw a rim or something, but you're actually developing your skills. And very much important as we keep, and you know this, we keep doing every year, is the life skills sessions that I applaud Department of Youth Services for helping us with that. The life skills sessions look at these different key topics to work with our young people, specifically conflict resolution, anger management, communication skills, sportsmanship, which are key topics when you're to play basketball.
Yeah.
So what we've done is to have them participate in these sessions. You must participate in the session so that you can be part of the tournament.
Right.
And we've seen teams learning that, players appreciating that. In fact, the discussions have been rich about that process, where what have you learned or how have it benefited you? And we've listened to some of them saying that this is very crucial. Nice. Life skills are important, and if we don't continue to work with our young men in that era, how can they deal with situations when they're in front of their face? And we realize conflict resolution is a very strong
big
topic.
How they managing
how to deal with these different anger moments. And if we can continue to work with this sector of young persons, I can see that we can move more and do better with them. So the tournament helps this part. We can't do everything. And I mean, the elephant big. There are more social issues. We are learning more and more with our young men during this tournament.
Because I'm sure they open up to you guys
issues.
And they talk to you as the sessions go on.
And so LIU helps in these areas in trying to cushion some of these things, whether it be job. Some of them want job. Some of them are social issues compared to abuse or different deep issues that have affected their life. So there's someone there at the LIU that works with them on their psychosocial issues and stuff there. And there's also the importance of manual skills. So at the LIU, we have the TUBAL program where we have some of these guys are enlisted in these things. So it's not just the basketball part. It's literally what we can do with some of them when they move on with their lives and stuff. So the 2025 season is huge. 20 teams. We've divided them in Group A and Group B.
Okay.
Which makes us excited. Mr. Dawson spoke about the Hard Rock. Is one of the teams where
Three-time champions.
three years defending champions.
They got it though.
They have their hands full. I could tell you.
I know they don't want everybody look upon they don't want to beat.
Yeah, and so far this past weekend, we had no less than 13 games played.
Wow.
So all 200 young men participated from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We had, like I tell people, the tournament is very packed for the 3 months because we started Friday and we plan to go straight into December and the end of December. So during Christmas, we're going to play. And it's all about keeping them occupied, keeping them positively occupied, and more likely creating that opportunity for them to display their skills in a creative and positive way. Like I said, it's not about shooting guns. It's about shooting basketball through the hoop. And creating that opportunity with LIU to build that relationship and the police department. Again, Mr. Dawson mentioned about our collaborative work and our multi-sectoral approach, which is very crucial. In this time, when we are seeing the flare-ups, there must be strategies, there must be ways to apply the work along with the persons who understand this type of work. And this is one. And we have other key persons in the community that are doing such kind of interventions and mediations. And I don't want people to dismiss that, because when we hear the killings, the quick thing to respond is that the police are there, like, you know, they do nothing. The truth is that we've been doing and we continue to do.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not there out there to make a lot of noise about it, because, yeah, when we save our life through intervention and mediation, we don't get up and make a whole noise about it. But nobody not understand the deep work when we sit down in a situation or in a mediation between two individuals who at the second could have pulled a gun and shoot each other. You know, that could have been 2 lives gone right there in any way, and could have been more. But in that intervention, we save lives and we save our community, because we missed that part that when a person get killed in that community, the community feels. And so they go through their mourning, but they actually feel that pain.
Yeah.
And then some people can't, or some can't attest to it or understand it. So what they feel is that you cause me pain, I want to cause you back pain. And so for their solution is pain for pain.
Yeah.
We've passed a stage. You know, we have to find better ways for our young men to express themselves in positive way instead of those deep hurt for hurt. And while someone in the thing about us hurt you, then it end up to hurt your family or people around you in a miscatch kind of way. So the bullet not catch you, but it catch somebody else. And then we've seen that now happening, that the rules of the streets have changed. So it's not a rule no more where I go back for you because you come for me. I had to go back for your family. I had to go back for somebody else who are connected to you. So we're trying our best to utilize the best strategies or the best approaches that we've seen work, and how we could best apply it through the LIU and through our other agencies that works closely with us.
And I do, I want to bring this out because I do know that you're doing something a bit differently this year, and you're actually going not in one court or something, you're going to all these different places, right? So tell us more about some of the areas that we visited.
We've changed the strategy again from last year. A couple of years ago, we did it, where we visit the different basketball courts in Belize City and the villages. So we started off at Berzal. We've never played at Berzal before. Please, this tournament I've never played there. So Berzal gave us, Vince and his team gave us the opportunity. They are doing a beautiful job renovating that spot. And so he gave us the opportunity to kick off there. Man, that was amazing. Remember, Berzal is like the history of basketball in this country. And so the young men actually enjoyed that for that weekend. This coming weekend will be Saturday at Yarborough Green.
Okay.
So that's our old place. Last year, that was our space. And then the Sunday, we go to St. John's Primary School basketball court. So we go in that deep era which everybody would know it as the George Street areas, but it's St. John's Primary School basketball court. Next week, we go to Kings Park.
Oh, wow.
We go to the Matthias basketball court there, which has 2 courts in one.
Mm-hmm.
So we start with double games from the morning, which all games start from 9 in the morning and finish about 2, 3 in the evening. The 4th week, we go to the villages. So we go to Ballboom first this Saturday and Last Banks this Sunday. And we rotate that during the months, literally. So we go back to a different court in the city, and then we go to Kings Park and we go to the villages. So each team get that experience of going outside the city, but also to a different court in the city.
I love that.
Again, we are looking at some of them, as Mr. Dawson said, some of them have never go to some of these different areas.
True.
What we are creating is that harmony and unity. We've seen it in the past where some of these guys who don't know this area, they go to the area and actually make friends with some of these youth who have never seen before. And we've seen how that works. In its own way, it helps because it's not us who push them for a mediation session,
friendship,
but they are doing it themselves because it helps them down the road that when they ride through that era or somewhere,
they remember this
yes.
one. It's like,
And
I remember running with my friend, I meet him at a tournament too, so we talk. He cool.
And crucially, as we've always pride ourselves, is our jerseys. These jerseys are unique. They're all over the city and all over the district. These guys identify themselves with these jerseys. And I've realized that that's a part of their identity. Whether it be the football tournament or the basketball tournament, they go around the different place with their jerseys. It's a part of their belonging. It's a part of them feeling something that they are part of. And so when they go into these different communities, it's like, I'm a part of this, you know. So, I don't know part of that problem, I'm a part of this solution thing. And
it's
it's like it's a kind of different identity, but in a positive way. And I'm seeing that kind of way it is working for them too.
As we're coming to the end of this segment and the show really, but I want to ask for people who want to see the schedule itself, is there like a place that we can go and view the schedule?
We can put it on the LIU Facebook page, and likewise the Ministry of Home Affairs, because we can utilize the outlets in that aspect, and likewise the National Sports Council. We can use the different partners in doing that. But also, very important is our sponsors. This year, we have Deji who came back on board. We lost Deji a couple of years. And so DJ have come back on board with us, which is a big support to the tournament. Between DJ and Sprite, there has always been a love competition with this tournament. And so it immediately energy has built up between these two sponsors.
Excellent.
And so I can't take away the opportunity to recognize DJ and Sprite, but also Rotary Club of Belize, the Department of Youth Services, the Ministry of Home Affairs, and the LIU, and the Belize Police Department in this support for 2025. Believe me, I sat and listened to the guests before us. Sponsorship is very hard. It's very hard, and it's becoming more challenging and challenging every year. And so I always ask for support. The more we get, the more we can do.
Definitely.
30 teams in a tournament is not easy. Even 10 or 5 is not easy. But
because the jerseys, everything.
The equipment's cost, but the love of seeing 200 young men or more participating in a tournament is unvulnerable. You cannot match money with that in that capacity. I think sometimes people look at that. If I had to give you $100, how do I value that?
Right.
But they don't see that they're saving life in a capacity that you may not understand. That this young man specifically, or young men, playing something that they love, keep their mind occupied
And it gives us something
You
to
know?
look forward to as
And-
well.
and
So it's
and
really great that
every
we have
week,
all these hands on deck
you know?
to make sure it's possible. So again, big up to Digit and Sprite. And of course, all the other partners too
Yes,
as well.
definitely.
We can be able to cite everybody to go to the Leadership Intervention Unit's Facebook page because they'll
Ministry
be
of Home
posting.
Affairs.
Ministry of Home Affairs too as well. They're going to be posting up the
Right,
schedule to be able to go. If you do go to games, please note that there's going to be security. So it's totally
Max.
security too as well. But it'll be a great opportunity to see what's happening, how the games are played.
And
They run from
socialize.
9 a.m. to 2 p.m. too as well. So much different teams, guys. So great opportunity. But also thank you so much
Yes,
for
thank
making
you. Thank
sure
you,
we
guys.
keep the dream alive,
Definitely.
keeping Mr. William Dawson's
Legacy.
peace and legacy and everything flowing the way it's supposed to be flowing. And so we're looking forward to seeing this tournament and see if Hard Rock Boys.
It ain't no problems already.
Four Pete.
It ain't no problem. I wish they all the best. They ain't no problem.
Listen to me, they've been had problems last year and the year
That's
before
true.
and the year before
That's
and they went to
true.
highlights. So I
Hey,
just
that's
say,
true.
So,
Money
guys,
pandemic.
with that, we've come to the end of our show. We just want to thank our guests for coming in. We had Wings of Mind coming in, talking about their upcoming fundraising event, Viva Wings, again, November 1st at the Body 2000. Go shake it to the max with Fatima there. We had Sea of Life coming in, talking about the upcoming, as well, Belize City Pride cleanup, again, happening in the Yabra area. This Saturday, be a part of
8
that. Take
a.m.
pride in your city, man. We also had the Belize Credit Union League in talking about International Credit Unions Day and the significance that the credit unions pose in Belize, as well as, finally, the William Dawson Sprite Basketball Tournament, which is currently ongoing. Again, stay tuned to these Facebook pages to see where you can find your next game. But since we're coming to the end of the show, we do have one great shout out to do before we leave. And this one goes to our very own Madam Speaker, the Honorable Valerie Woods, who rang her bell today in Houston, which signifies that she has come to the end of her cancer treatment. So congratulations, Miss Valerie, on your achievements there. All the best going into the future. But yes, a fight has been won, but let's keep on fighting, and especially in October
Yes,
for
today
Breast
is a very
Cancer
significant
Awareness Day, and it is Pinktober.
Today specifically is the Cancer Awareness Day specifically, but it's Pinktober, wear pink. But thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for your strength, your resilience to showcase that you can do it too as well. And we're hoping to see continuous growth within you too as well, and continue to reign on the fact that we can fight this battle and it's still possible. And we're sharing all that love with you and gratefulness that, yeah, we did this thing today. So with that, guys, we're sharing goodbye until tomorrow for a fantabulous Friday. Join Kevin and I for all the fun under the sun. So
Go be beautiful, Belize.
A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up